Palma. Oh,
man.
that's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game.
To Del Fuentes.
Oh, wow.
Delgado makes the shot and knocks it down. J.R. Legario is open. 3-point.
Oh, my goodness.
Face a jumper by Robin Celis. Caballero has time. Just posterized by
Earlier, the Pangasinan Heat Waves were able to get a big win against the Imus Brotherhood. Imus playing out their last game of the season, and now we move on to the second game of our Thursday triple header here at the Batangas City Coliseum. Wawi Escocio and the Davao Occidental Tigers looking to strengthen their hold of the number 9 spot in the Southern Division to make them eligible for the play-in tournament, but they're going to have to do that against the league leaders, the Abra Weavers. Again, it's the Abra Weavers versus the Davao Occidental Tigers for the second game of our Thursday triple header dito sa Batangas City Coliseum. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat, mga kaliga. This is Javi Palanya alongside Andre Doremdes. Dre, we've been so impressed with Abra this entire season. I'm sure you have been too. But what does Davao have to do here to be able to have a chance to even win this game?
Well, it's going to take a collective team effort. I would believe that they should start on the defensive end, trying to stop the star players of Abra Weavers and trying to maybe steal a game away from them.
Mapapanood nyo ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino on our YouTube channel as well as on pusopi.com. Live na rin tayo on Solar Sports. We have the third member of our broadcast panel on the sidelines. Miss Gianna Llanes is at courtside. G, good evening to you, and I believe you have something for us about the Abra Weavers.
Yes, well, good evening to you, Javi and Andre. It may surprise you that the team that just broke the record for the longest win streak in the regular season in the history of the MPBL actually saw their last game as an eye-opener for improvements that they still need to make. Kwento ni Coach Yong Garcia na sa defensive rotations talaga ang kanilang focus pagdating sa ensayo, and he's also trying to remove the tendency of his players to relax pag nasa kanila na ang lamang. In his words, the playoffs don't start after the eliminations. They already started during the eliminations. Kaya sinabi niya sa kanyang players that the intensity should not decrease no matter who the opponent is. Siyempre, gusto rin niya na in tip-top shape ang kanyang mga players going into the playoffs. So, J.O. Chu will be sitting this game out due to an ankle injury, while Simon Camacho is nursing naman a calf injury. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, G, and that and more updates from Gianna later on as the game progresses. And now we take a look at our team standings, beginning with the Northern Division, of which Abra is the league leaders right now. 26-1 right now ang Abra, Andre, and they've won 24 straight games. What an impressive feat for the Weavers this season.
Yeah, and that's the perfect situation coming into the playoffs. So, as you mentioned, winning 24 straight, so they're on a good roll right now. We expect to see the Abra Weavers not slow down, especially coming into the playoffs.
Pangasinan rose up to 20-8 with that win earlier against the Imus Brotherhood. They will be facing the Caloocan Batang Kankalu in their final game of the season. That should be a good one because that will have heavy playoff implications. We talked about it already earlier during the first game. That 4 to 7 spots here in the Northern Division, posible pa yan na magka-jumble-jumble, but maybe the 8th, 9th, and 10th spots, that's already a lock for Ilagan, Bataan, and Pasig City. Malalaman na lang siguro natin dyan kung sino talaga ang maging final seedings as we move into the final stretch of games. Dito rin sa South, it's also still so chaotic in terms of the team standings. Mindoro and Batangas will be facing each other later on, but we have Davao right now at the 9th spot, and this is an important game para sa kanila dahil posible pa sila ma-knock out if they lose this game.
Yeah, this is a must-win game for the Davao Occidental Tigers. As you mentioned, Javi, there's a big possibility that they won't play in the play-in, so definitely an important game for the Davao Occidental Tigers.
Wawi Escocio will be part of the reason as to how Davao Occidental will be able to get a victory here over the Abra Weavers because he has been playing well as of late. He has been a dominant force both inside and outside, showing us the full package. Itong si Wawi Escocio, the big man out of the University of Visayas, 23 points in that game against the Manila Batang Quiapo.
Yeah, definitely. Wawi Escocio definitely dominated the paint that game, scoring 23 points and not missing a lot of shots, only missing 6 shots in that game, Javi.
Just like Jay Coliano for Pangasinan, he too has been seeing the best shape of his life this season. Ito si Wawi Escoso trimmed down, but the power has always stayed with this big man out of Davao. And for the Tigers to try and win this one against the league leaders, he's going to have to come up with another solid performance, perhaps another 20-point outing para sa Tigers. Sa kabila naman, it's Marvin Taiwan. He's been holding the fort at the guard spot from being the backup of Orlan Mamar at San Juan for many, many years. Taiwan has finally been able to embrace the spotlight right now this season as the lead point guard for Abra.
Definitely Marvin Taiwan has been the main point guard of the Abra Weavers, and he's been showing that he deserves that spot. He scored 13 points in the last game, and in a game that they dominated. They didn't need much of his scoring that game. He scored all of his points in the first half and also dishing out 6 assists.
Well, they actually were down at the end of the first quarter. Pasig was surprised by Abra was surprised by Pasig's play in the first quarter, but Marvin Taiwan, he helped restore order to the side of the Weavers, helping them to that big victory against Pasig City. And also, Dave Ildefonso, as usual, has been spectacular para dito sa kupunan ng Abra, as well as Jory Gonzalez and CJ Austria. Those 3 guys turning in solid performances to back up Marvin Taiwan sa kanilang huling laro against Pasig City. It took performances from these 3 guys to really do away Pasig City sa laro na yan, because they were very pesky in the first quarter especially.
Yeah, you mentioned the first quarter they were trailing by 1 point, but as soon as that second quarter, these 3 players started getting on the roll until the end of the game, scoring 12 points for Dave, 12 for Gonzalez, and 11 for Austria. They all shot well beyond the field, above 50% for both players, getting that win for the Abra Weavers.
Alam naman natin kung gaano ka-loaded itong Abra in every position, but these wing players for the Weavers have been putting in some significant contributions, lalo na si Dave Ildefonso, who is head and shoulders above everybody else in the MVP race this year. Will Abra get their 25th straight victory in this game against the Tigers, or will Davao Occidental be able to pull off an upset? Let's go to Richard Tampos.
Live on Solar Sports, Pusupi and YouTube channel. Here at Batangas City Coliseum, the Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. Let's meet the starters. Up first, the MPBL Season 3 champions, Davao Occidental Tigers, Coco Live. At forward number 48, Justin Alano. Also at forward number 32, Harold Arboleda. Shooting guard number 29, Jeff Comia. Playing center number 6, Wawi Escocio. Point guard number 18, Joseph Terzo. Their head coaches Arvin Bonleon. Assistant coaches Ronald Magtulis, Pancho Alfonso, Noy Bonleon, Anthony Brodet, Amboy Agoroy, and Peter Santamaria. Assistant team manager Glenn Medalla. Now for Abra, Solid North Weavers. Starting at guard number 28, Mike the Clay Ayunayon. Power forward number 24, John Uduba. Playing center number 9, Raven Gonzalez. Point guard number 4, Marvin Taiwan. Starting at forward number 1, the Sheriff Dave Ildefonso. The head coach is Yon Garcia, assisted by Denok Miranda, Don Uro, and Edsel Baliena. The game officials are crew chief Michael Kinay with Reynaldo Gabriel and Richard de la Cruz. Substitute referee Leonardo Leosa.
Our starters for this game, the Tigers begin things with Joseph Terzo and Jeff Comia in the backcourt. Maui Escoso is the man in the middle, joined by Justin Alano and Harold Arboleda up front. Sa kabila naman for the Abra Weavers, Coach Yong has Marvin Taiwan, Mike Ayon, Raven Gonzalez, John Aduba, and Dave Ildefonso to start off things para sa kupunan ng Abra. 26-1, 24 straight wins, already a record here in the MPBL after they were able to get past the 23 straight wins of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns that was set a couple of seasons ago. Weavers get first possession here. Ildefonso, he has gotten a lot of defensive attention, rightfully so this season. He has been the league leader in the MVP race by a mile, I would like to believe.
Yeah, definitely. He's been consistent all season. He's won a lot of games for the Abra Weavers. More notably, their win against Nueva Ecija in Palayan City, where he really showed his prowess, especially scoring outside the arc. Ito si Dave Ildefonso.
Averaging 18.4 points per game this year, as well as 6.8 rebounds, 3.6 assists. Taiwan transferring from the San Juan Knights, where he was the backup point guard, the main backup point guard, to Orlan Mamar Jr.
Yeah, what an opportunity for Marwin Taiwan, getting that starting role for a team like Abra Weavers, and he's paid it. He's paid the team his trust. Like I've said, he was given the opportunity, and he's showing off for it.
I think it was a no-brainer for Coach Yong, no, to take this job and not have a guy he's familiar with in Marwin Taiwan. Dahil to si Marwin, alam na niya na yung gustong mangyari ni Coach Yong sa loob ng sahig. Having played for Coach Yong when they were with San Juan, of course, Coach Yong was one of the assistants of Coach Randy Alcantara for many years.
Definitely, when you get a player like Taiwan who already knows the system, it's a much easier adjustment period, especially for a new team like the Abra Weavers.
Arboleda has the basketball. Escoso fakes out Gonzalez, fakes the pass as well. Could not finish though. Everything got the shot there for Wawi Escoso. Ayon gets it to John Oduba. That's a hard foul given up by Wawi Escoso. Comia falls down. That's going to be 2 free throws. John Oduba.
As you mentioned, Javier, Wawi Escoso looks such in great shape right now. Grabe, nawala na yung tiyan niya.
But still able to mix it up inside. Hindi pa rin nawawala yung tigas ng katawan niya.
Mas naging kondisyon lang.
The same with Jay Collado.
Yeah.
Kung si Jay Collado, si Rataki Rice ang naging diet, si Wawi Escoso, di ko pa natatanong.
Siguro brown na rin siguro si Kuya Wawi.
Oduba missing on the first free throw. Second one is also a miss. Both teams yet to score in this game. Already past 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Jeff Comia calling out Justin Alano to set the screen. Ayon is on him. Comia, fall-away jumper will not work. Gonzalez could not handle the basketball. It will sail out of bounds on the baseline in favor of the Tigers.
Both teams here starting out cold. Getting good shots for both teams, just not falling down right now.
Combined 0 out of 7 to start the game para sa parehong kupunan. Arboleda not score against the defense of Raven Gonzalez. Alano working hard. Third serving finally works for the Tigers.
And that's Justin Alano's game right there. Never gives up on the play. Always crashing that offensive board. Itong si Justin Alano. First 2 points of the game.
Yes, sir. Had 12 points against Manila. He was 6 out of 7 from the field. But he gives up the foul on the other side as he was trying to check Dave Ildefonso. Taiwan throws it in to Mike Ayon. These 2 former San Juan Knights now at the forefront of the guard rotation of the Abra Weavers. They get it to Raven Gonzalez.
Oh, what a look there for Marwin Taiwan. Realizing that his big man, Raven Gonzalez, was rolling. Put that pass perfectly in the pocket. An easy reverse layup there by Raven Gonzalez.
Escoso being pressured hard there by both Raven Gonzalez and Dave Ildefonso. That's going to be a foul against Gonzalez.
There you go. You got that pick and roll situation. Wawi was late, kind of low on that help side. An easy pick and roll there by the Abra Weavers.
everything has to be on point when you're going up against Abra. Ito yung sinasabi natin that you have to play near perfect basketball.
Definitely. It's one of those teams that every player needs to play their A game just in hopes to keep in the same foot as the Abra Weavers.
Ang goal mo lang naman if you're a team like Davao is to at least keep in step with them. You don't have to be in the lead. Di mo naman kailangan tambakan. Siyempre kung kaya mo, gagawin mo. But what you want to do really is for you to be competitive the whole game and baka sa dulo makasilat ka.
Definitely. You're right, Javi. If you're a team like the Davao Occidental Tigers, you just try to stay in step with the Abra Weavers until the fourth quarter. Dun pa sila pwedeng makanakaw ng laro. So pag nagawa nila yun.
So far, the Weavers have responded with 6 points of their own here after the Tigers were able to open up the game with a basket. And that's another 2 points for the Weavers off a turnover by Davao.
Yeah, definitely. The Abra Weavers are setting the pace here, especially on the defensive end, forcing a turnover itong si Marvin Taiwan for the easy basket.
8-0 burst after that first basket. 8-2 is the score here. 5 and 24 remaining in the first. Coach Arvin Bonleon and Davao got the victory over the Manila Batang Quiapo sa kanilang huling laro, 124-93. Let's go courtside first to Ms. Gianna Llanes.
Napakasaya daw ni Coach Arvin Bonleon sa huling panalo ng kanilang kupunan kontra Manila. Siyempre, dahil yun daw ang nag-secure ng kanilang play-in position. Pero inamin niya na dahil 2 araw lang ang pagitan ng laro na yon at itong laro kontra Abra, hindi sila nakapag-prepare for this game. Instead, they used the last 2 days to rest. Of course, they expect this matchup to be a tough one daw, but their goal is to keep the score close. Kaya personal defense daw ang goal nila ngayon, to single out stopping Abra's shooters one by one. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, G. Well, so far the defense hasn't been able to really stifle Abra here in the early goings as they've managed to rush their way to 8 points. But off the timeout, it's a good thing they were able to score. Comia finding Justin Alano inside. And now they get the stop and an opportunity to get to within a basket. Alano at the elbow, the handoff to Arboleda, quickly to Terzo. Basket no good. Escocio could not pull down an offensive rebound.
A beautiful action there regardless of the missed shot. A double handoff or free shot for Joseph Terzo.
Ildefonso got by Arboleda but lost it. Comia picks it up. Tigers right now in transition. Comia gets by. Comia could not finish.
Wow, strong attack there by Comia.
Taiwan to the trailing Raven Gonzalez. Left that one short. Foul laban kay Harold Arboleda. And Davao has had some good looks here in the first quarter. The score would have been different had those gone in. This is the fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Pop Personal Karaoke Speaker. Everyday Karaoke.
And that's what I like about Marvin Taiwan's game, especially when he gets the ball from the big man. He's always looking to pass to the leaker. And that situation was Dave Ildefonso getting the easy 2 points off that fast break.
Love to have a point guard who's always looking up and looking to get it to the guy in front of him.
Definitely. That's a definition of a point guard. You have to be first on a facilitator trying to look for easy baskets for your teammates, and then the scoring I would say is just a plus. So Marvin Taiwan's one of those point guards. It's a great pickup there for the Abra Weavers.
And thankfully Marvin can do both.
Definitely.
And well at that.
Yeah, definitely one of the best point guards at facilitating and scoring at the same time.
Right now, the Weavers using their defense as well. Turnovers starting to pile up para sa Davao sa laro na to. Alano could not finish again. That's another point-blank miss for the Tigers. Ildefonso sees Ayon without a defender in the corner. That is a 3 for Mike Ayon.
Yeah, despite that 3-on-2 situation where Davao had more players down the stretch, they failed to locate Ayon on that corner.
14-4. I think that was only a 2-point shot by Mike. Had his foot on the line. Arboleda trying to look inside but was fouled first. Ildefonso locating Mike Ayon. Yep, definitely his foot was on the line. Just a 2-pointer.
There you go.
Former Sunman Knight.
The Davao Occidental Tigers also had both players trying to defend Dave Ildefonso there. They forgot to locate Ayon on that corner.
Terso. Needs someone to pass to. Medyo hindi sila nagkaintindihan doon ni Harold Arboleda.
Yeah, Terso telling Arboleda to lift up in that wing spot.
That signals some substitutions here for Coach Arvin Bonleon. Raymart Escobedo, Noel Bonleon, and Parillagas will now come in the game para sa Davao Occidental. So will Janser Salubre and Tricky Peromingan. So this is a platoon substitution for the Tigers. While Coach Yong Garcia has now inserted Alfred Batino and former Davao Occidental Tiger, Marquis. Marquis playing against his former squad. Won a championship with him in Season 3.
I believe that was under Coach Don Dulay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The last championship of the Davao Occidental Tigers there, Season 3.
It hasn't been easy since then for the Tigers. A lot of the other teams have beefed up. They took a leave of absence, I think a season after that. Tapos bumalik sila last year. And here, Ryan Batino wasting no time in getting on the board. That's another fast break opportunity. This time, Ayon finding Batino.
Yeah, you see, as soon as Ayon got that ball, he was already looking for the first big that was leaking down there. A great pass, perfect right on the button there to Alfred Batino.
It's 12-0 right now in terms of fast break points, Andre.
Yeah, that's what Abra's been doing on the defensive end. Getting a lot of stops, and getting a lot of fast break points.
I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Batino completes the 3-point play. Penalty na po ang Davao Occidental Tigers. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Raymart Escobedo, can he be a spark plug for the Tigers? They badly need some production.
You gotta love this defensive intensity by the Abra Weavers. Doubling that ball screen, trapping that ball screen.
Gaya ng sinabi kanina ni Gianna in her opening report, no? So Coach Yong, he expects these guys to treat every game from here on out as playoff type games. He wants the intensity to be the same no matter what team they go up against. Whether it's a team at the top of the team standings or at the bottom, it doesn't matter. He wants their intensity to be at playoff level intensity.
And I like that from Coach Yong. That also shows respect to your opponents,
Yes.
regardless of who you're facing. You gotta play your A game. So that's class act class act from Coach Yong Garcia as well.
5-1 in terms of the turnovers in this game. Marquis behind the line. That's no good. Used to hit a lot of that while wearing a Tigers jersey back then. Escobedo off to the left a bit there. Para kay Raymart Escobedo. Josh David is in the game. So is Enzo Serrano. A new 5 on the floor right now for Abra.
Oh, 1-on-1.
Batino
Good pass.
gets it to the corner. Jolo Mendoza in and out on the 3. That's gonna go the way of the Tigers. A minute and 20. 13 ang hinahabol nila dito. Coach Yong, always the stoic look on his face.
Definitely, Coach Yong is a very detailed-oriented coach.
Bonleon hands it off to Salubre. Davao has been scoreless for 4 minutes already.
Yeah, they've definitely been struggling, and that's because of the defense, the intense defense the Abra Weavers are doing.
Will this be the time they get the basket there? Raymart Escobedo ending the drought there for the Tigers.
What an attack there by Escobedo, going right to left to shield him from Alfred Badino, who was trying to block that shot.
First basket in almost 5 minutes. First fast break points in this game compared to Abra's 13. There's a foul, and that's not a good one because that will send an Abra Weaver to the line. Escobedo will be called for the foul. This was the fast break opportunity for the Tigers.
Got a 3-on-2 break. Escobedo taking it to himself with a right to left layup.
Well, he showed us that he is a talented scorer. Talking about Raymart Escobedo. Just saw Janser Salubre getting some instructions from the bench. Fast break points, story ito yung sinasabi ko, no? 13-2. Those were the first 2 points in the fast break points department for Davao. That layup by Raymart Escobedo.
And that's what Davao needs if they want to stay in this game. Every defensive rebound or every stop, you need a lot of players to run that transition.
Marquis makes it 18-6. 31.7, both teams over the limit. Ito ang isa sa mga bagay na kinahihirapan ng Davao here in the first quarter. It's getting the ball across, but thankfully Escobedo gets it through the defense of Abra.
Yeah, the Abra Weavers having a man-to-man trap, full court trap there, which proved problems for the Davao Occidental Tigers.
David leaves it for Mendoza, who goes to the trailing Marquis. Try to go reverse. Back with Jolo. Mendoza off the glass and in.
Hulog ng langit para kay Jolo Mendoza. The ball just fell to his hands there for an easy 2 points.
And that leaves no time for Davao to get one decent shot off before the first quarter buzzer. Weavers continuing to look sharp here. And this is, of course, after that first quarter quote-unquote meltdown that they had against Pasig City. They're trying to look sharper here against the Davao Occidental Tigers.
Yeah, a lot of transition scoring there, a lot of pick and roll scoring there by the Abra Weavers. That's a major reason why they're up 20-6 here in this first quarter.
And Davao was also scoreless for nearly 5 minutes. And these guys, Mike Ayon, David Defonso, they managed to get buckets in the first quarter para sa koponan ng Abra, who are up by 14, 20-6. Abra in their previous game against Pasig City, ito yung sinasabi natin, no, that they were down after the first quarter, but just by a point. In that second quarter, Abra showing everybody what the league leaders really are, scoring 34 points.
Yeah, definitely the most notable there is their bench points of 66. Specifically, Marvin Taiwan and Joel Gonzalez scoring 13 and 12 respectively.
Joel Gonzalez doesn't really get a lot of playing time, but Coach Yung Garcia giving him that opportunity to showcase his wares in a game where they were going up against an undermanned team. Of course, they had still the utmost respect for Pasig City, kaya nga naman talaga inigihan nila in that second quarter, only limiting them to just 14 points. But he wanted to let the other guys on the bench have a shot at showing up what they got. And Joel Gonzalez showed out.
Yeah, and definitely that's what you need if you're a player like Joel Gonzalez. When you're given that opportunity, you have to make sure you have to make most out of that opportunity.
The MPBL VIP row, led by Commissioner Kenneth Doremdes, Security Chief Rudy Distrito, and Operations Head Emer Oreta. First quarter field goal story, Abra shot 47%, while Davao only 17% from the field in that first quarter. And Serrano continuing to put some buckets there for the Abra Weavers. 23-6. 17 na ang kalamangan dito ng Abra. Salubre with a hand in his face.
Wow.
Tough shot.
Tough shot there by Salubre, who's picking up where he left off. Last game, he also played a very beautiful game, scoring 19 points and 3 assists.
He's going to have to duplicate that tonight against Abra, but of course he's going to play with much tougher defense against him. This is our 3-point shot of the game, brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. A much better 3-point shooter this year to Enzo Serrano.
A good find also there by Batino, but you also got to note that the defense of Davao was non-existent there. He was very late on that closeout. That was a free 3-point shot there by Enzo Serrano.
Actually, the first 3-point shot of the game between these two teams. Josh David is at the line. David has become the main backup point guard for Abra this season.
Josh David, another smart player in my opinion. I was teammates with Josh David back in high school in LaSalle Green Hills, and kahit nung hilaw pa siya nun, Javi, yung talaga nagsistando na talaga sa game niya as early as in high school was his IQ. He was really a smart player, never forcing a situation, always trying to look for teammates. And what I really love, what he really improved in his game, especially with the DLSU Green Arches, was his outside shooting.
And he has been very thankful for those experiences because it has groomed him to become a very dependable role player for Abra this season. Salubre scores on the reverse there, pero 14 pa rin ang lamang dito ng Abra.
Yeah, it's 4 points in this quarter for Salubre. He needs to continue being aggressive if he wants to get Davao back into this game.
Batino, pinasiwas lang yung depensa doon ni Raymart Escobedo.
Yeah, very physical big man itong si Alfred Batino.
This is also someone that you went up against in the 3x3 circuit.
Yeah, definitely. He was with the Meralco Bolts, and isa lang masasabi ko, ang sakit sa katawan kalaban si Alfred Batino. Our lineup didn't really have a lot of big men. I was tasked to defend the big men of our team. So yeah, I was really on Alfred Batino most of the time. We were up against each other, and masasabi ko talaga, ang sakit sa katawan bantayan si Alfred Batino.
Maraming yelo siguro yung nabili ng team mo after those games. This is our fast break of the game, brought to you by Extreme X Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere. Abra has been taking the Davao Occidental Tigers to school here in the first half. It's now an 18-point lead for Abra. As mentioned earlier, Davao Occidental Tigers won against the Manila Batang Quiapo sa kanilang huling laro. This was just last Tuesday in Manila. 124-93 dominant performance for the Davao Occidental Tigers.
Yeah, definitely. They shot almost 56% on that field, and you can credit that to the points in the paint. A lot of easy baskets from Wawi Scocho, Pari Llagas, Jancho Salubre, and even Noel Bonleon. So they dominated that paint, all four shooting above 50% in the paint in that game.
6 players in double figures, including that guy, Pari Llagas, who had 14. That's 2 points for the Tigers. Off the timeout, that's an important basket para sa kanila. They need stops now, but Enzo Serrano is too good right there over the defense.
Yeah, it's the 5th point by Enzo Serrano, all in this quarter. We expect to see him get going, especially 2 for 2 out of the field, a 3-pointer and an easy layup there.
Almost 3 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Bonleon working against the living legend of the MPBL in Mark Yee. That's going to be a foul slapped on number 83.
Number 83, Mark Yee is first.
Ano pa lang naman yan, laban kay Kuya Mark. Bonleon there getting the better of the matchup against the former Davao Occidental Tiger.
Yeah, aggressive move there by Bonleon. Good aggressive move, getting that foul from Marquis.
Importante talaga when you go up against guys like Mark Yee. dapat di mo rin pinapakita na natatakot ka eh.
Definitely. In my rookie season with the Quezon City, I was up against Kuya Marky, and sa free throw line, meaning ko kinakabahan akong katapat si Kuya Marky yun. And eventually, nung nagbanggaan kami sa free throw na yun, nahulog ako.
Yun.
Binigay niya yung kamay niya sa akin, tinayo niya ako, sabi niya sa akin, huwag kang kabahan, maglaro ka lang.
Ayun.
Yeah, definitely wise words there from Marky.
Ano, siguro okay lang naman na nakabahan kayo. I think that's natural for players at this level when you're going up against guys like Marky. Importante lang talaga na huwag mo ipakita.
Definitely, and he's one of the best veterans we have here in this league.
No doubt about it.
A very good leader as well. Grabe. And also, I've heard from his former teammates na grabe alaga ni Kuya Marky yung katawan niya. That's the reason why he's still playing at a high level, especially at his age. 1 hour daw siya mag-warm up before practicing games.
That's crazy. This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Well, there you see Zayo Chu. He's in street clothes for this game. Leon Horda is also behind the Abra bench. I want to share with you also, this is something that I've already mentioned before, but I just want to say it again. Kwento to ng ating operations head na si Emerson Oreto. Naging teammates sila ni Marky sa Tokitex before. And I think they were in an out-of-town game, or maybe I think it was All-Star Day, All-Star Weekend of the PBA that time in Boracay. And they were roommates. Habang nagtututbrush daw si Marky, nagko-core exercises rin daw siya. Ginagawa niya, he rolls up one towel and then he puts it on the floor. Tapos tatapakan niya yun and then he puts up one leg. Tapos he's gonna try to balance himself while brushing his teeth. Ganun siya katindi, no?
Wow.
Even when he's brushing his teeth, he's thinking about how to strengthen his body, how to take care of his body.
Wow, that's a crazy story over there. Well, but it speaks volumes. Nakita mo na talaga na at this age, kaya-kaya pa rin talaga makisabay ni Kuya Marky, and that's one of the reasons there. Well, ball is life. It doesn't end
Yes, sir.
after practices. Yung talagang pag-aalaga mo sa katawan mo, it's a 24/7 thing.
It is. And although the story may be surprising for a lot of people, when I heard it and I heard it was Marky who did it, hindi na ako nagulat eh. Dahil makikita mo naman in how he is on the court, how he has that big commitment to play at a high level. He's 43 years old already, but
Wow.
still in better shape than a lot of other young guys in the league.
Definitely. If there's someone in the league na you would hear a story like that, it's Marky, yung isa sa mga players na hindi ka magugulat. One of the most disciplined players out there, ito si Kuya Marky.
No doubt about it. His team up by 20 right now. Cholo Mendoza gets the step on his defender and able to finish at the rack. Really a lot of rim protection there for the Davao Occidental Tigers.
Yeah, strong attack there by Jolo Mendoza, absorbing that bump from Bon Leon and still staying balanced for that right-handed layup.
Liagas fakes out CJ Austria. That's a travel against Paris.
Yeah. Lifted up that pivot foot. Definitely a travel there. Good call by the referees.
Now Escoso is back in the game. Josh Tagala checks in for the first time. Able to knock it down from the outside.
Oh, yeah, most of their points have been in transition, and that's because of their very intense defense there. Not really needing to hit a lot of three-pointers due to a lot of transition scoring.
Isa si Coach Chong sa mga coaches na merong philosophy na pag tumabaho tayo sa depensa, sa opensa, mas madali na.
Definitely.
Serrano gets the steal, lobs it up to the Sheriff. High in the sky play for the Abra Weavers.
Yeah, the 6-point there by Dave Ildefonso. It couldn't get any easier than that. Hinaing na ni Encho Serrano sa kanya dun eh.
Got it to him on a silver platter there. Comia out to Escoso, fakes the pass to the left side, three-pointer, wala, kalawit rebound para kay Enzo Serrano.
What a rebound there by Encho Serrano, showing off his athleticism for the crowd there.
Ildefonso tracks down the loose ball. Garcia can hit it from there. No good, but Tino, di na binaba doon.
Where was the rebounding there from the Davao Occ and the Tigers? There was three players there around Alfred Batino, but Batino had no resistance getting that offensive rebound.
It seems the Tigers have had the life sucked out of them here in the second quarter. But Abra, they just keep going and going. They just keep pushing and pushing. They just keep pounding and pounding.
Yeah, definitely. What Abra is doing now is bigger than just this game. They're definitely trying to prepare for this first round of the playoffs here, and it shows. Kung kahit si Alfred Batino, grabe i-deny si Wawi Escocio sa sideline inbound.
Yeah,
Grabe yung defensive intensity talaga nitong Abra Weavers.
This is what, a 26-point lead already. They're still playing like they're down by 10.
Yes, and that's the attitude of a champion right there. If you want to win a championship, talaga kailangan consistent ka regardless of the situation.
And I'm sure Coach Yong, he's been in this league for quite some time. Alam niya na he knows what it takes to win it all. Of course, having won it for San Juan as well as an assistant coach for Coach Randy Alcantara.
Definitely, Coach Yong knows. Coach Yong knows this perfectly. Talent is just a factor, but what really separates other great teams from good teams is the attitude.
At alam niya, pagdating ng playoffs, ibang story na rin yan. Anything can happen there, especially because you're gonna go up against teams in a best-of-3 series in the first 2 rounds, and then it's gonna be a best-of-5 series in the division finals and in the national championship. So that's also one new feature of our playoff season this year. Usually, pag division finals, best-of-3 pa rin. Pero this year, it will be a best-of-5 affair as well in the North and South division finals. So that means more games and more excitement as well.
And I like that. I like that new format there. A lot can happen, especially kapag best of 5. Kaya di talaga pwede makampante yung mga teams ngayon. Kaya tama yung ginagawa ng Abra Weavers ngayon na they're not slowing down despite being up and despite having a 24-game win streak.
Kasi posible talaga mangyari yan. You know, you work hard the whole year only to be booted out in the first or second round or even in the division finals, no? For sure, Abra, they have their sights set on the crown this year. Nothing else.
And definitely, if you're the #1 seed, every team has your name targeted on that list.
Yes,
you're trying to beat the #1 team. So as a #1 team, you have to be very disciplined and not to let down and not to lose a step when their goals and trying to win this national championship.
Dapat na pinapakita talaga nila sa mga kupunan dito sa liga na wala silang mga kahinaan.
Oo, mismo. Alam mo, kahit ganitong mga teams na kalaban nila, dapat talaga hindi nila sila nagpapakita ng any weaknesses to their game. Kasi every team watches and masa-scout nila yan. Kaya every game talaga kailangan go hard 100%.
That's what they're doing here in this game against Davao. 41-16. Huge lead for the Weavers right now. Abel Defonso rising up for that jumper. Remember, Abra had 34 points after being down by 1 against Pasig in their last game. Right now, they're up to 21 points here in the second quarter. Against 9 for the Tigers. 10 actually. Defonso missing on the first. Second one is good. Both teams already in the penalty. 2 minutes and 20 remaining in the first half. Alan Beltran against CJ Austria. And off to Terzo. 3-point guard rotation here for Coach Arvin Bonleon on the floor. It has not produced anything good yet for the Tigers here in the second quarter.
Yun, grabe talaga yung kondisyon ni Wawi Escocio doon. Sprint na talaga yun. At hinabol pa si CJ Austria to get that stop.
Yeah, in years past, you wouldn't even see him try to chase that anymore.
Exactly. Pero ngayon, grabe, spinrint down talaga niya yun. At nakuha niya pa yung stop against a young player like CJ Austria.
Austria just graduated college at LaSalle. Wawi's been in the league for years. Jeff Gomia getting a much-needed basket, a rare incursion inside the paint for the Tigers. That's a slap from behind by Jeff. He and Mike Ionine have seen each other in many battles here in the MPBL.
With Jeff Gomez, they're operating off that pick and roll. With a hesitation there, na-freeze niya si CJ Austria.
One of the best finishers at the basket here in the league, talking about Jeff Comia. Ion from the corner. Three-point shot para kay Mike Ion.
He definitely loves that right corner there. 2 for 2 there. Yung una stepping lang. Pero yeah, he definitely loves that corner there. Hasn't missed a shot there all game.
Comia gets past 2 defenders, goes up for the shot.
And
that's going to
one.
count.
And if you can see, he wanted to pass that ball, but he heard the whistle from the referee, opting to shoot that basketball.
That's experience for you. The split gets bumped there by the
There you go.
Abra just before landing.
Wow, he wanted to pass that ball, but as soon as he heard that whistle, he opting to shoot there. Very smart play. Now he gets a 3-point possibility for Jeff Comia.
Well, many people might have the same mentality or mindset when they get bumped and they hear the whistle na ititira na lang nila. But not a lot of people can do that when you're going down. That's a very smart and athletic play from Jeff Comia.
Definitely. As easy as it sounds, it's really hard to do that, especially if you already had your sights on passing that basketball. To switch that into shooting that one motion takes a lot of skill.
Some signs of life here for the Tigers because of this guy. Alana now has it. Trying to go backdoor is Jeff Comia. Has it here against Garcia.
Yeah, they're trying to get Comia going here, feeding him
Spits
the basketball.
to the baseline. Ooh, that was a good look. Everything but the shot there para kay Jeff Comia. It's a loose ball foul against the Davao Occidental Tigers. That's going to mean free throws for the Weavers. Justin Alano picking up a foul here.
2 free throws, Mike Ion.
It's going to mean 2 free throws for Mike Ion. 38.4 seconds remaining in the first half. Abra has been nothing but dominant in the first 2 quarters against the Davao Occidental Tigers.
Yeah, very consistent defensive intensity this first half by the Abra Weavers, and it shows. They're up big heading into this halftime break.
And Ion goes 1 for 2. They tried to trap Tagala. Beltran with a pressure release. Abra could not force a jump ball. They're really ushering Davao into very tough decision-making positions.
Wow, you see them blindside doubling Tagala over there, and the rotations are very crisp and perfect. Well, this is a team that's ready to go and play in the playoffs.
I don't think they're ready to go not just in the playoff. They're ready to go all the way.
Yes, sir.
And everything looks like it's just second nature to them at this point.
Yeah, this is the habits that Coach Young has built since day one, and it shows. They're very much ready.
6.2 seconds. Chance for the final shot here in the first half. Namatay yung ating shot clock dito sa kabila. Referee pointing to it. Referees for this ball game, we have crew chief Michael Quinay, umpire 1 Reynaldo Gabriel, and umpire 2 Richard De La Cruz. Ion, does he realize the time on the clock?
Wow.
3 seconds left. Ion for 3.
Oh.
Yes, sir! Mike Ion!
An early night celebration there for Mark Ion.
Still got it.
Wow. He lost money on there on that ball screen. Fading away for that buzzer beater.
My goodness. Mike Ion putting out the night celebration at the end of the first half. Mike Ion with 2 threes to close out this second quarter. What a performance here in the second period. But this guy, Enzo Serrano, has actually been the leader of the half for the Weavers. 10 points in the game, all in the second quarter para sa Abra.
Yeah, and Serrano started this, especially this quarter, very strong. Starting 2 for 2, handing a lot of assists, especially to Dave Ildefonso there.
27-point lead for the Abra Solid North Weavers at the end of the first 2 quarters.
that for Diego.
Pero mintis, dalawang free throw, ha? Oh, what a pass! Makes Pascual setting up Kit Jimenez.
This has got to be one of the best games, if not the best game, that we've seen from Mix Pascual. Good decision making right there, but you got to catch up on the other end.
Defense once again. Ugsang at the post. Fading away. Oh my goodness, Reeve Ugsang. How about that?
If your key player is down, it's the role players that take over. Rivugsan this time, after giving that pass earlier to Mark Meneses, decides I'm gonna take on this one, taking on 3 white shirts, fading away, knocking it down to the delight of the Cebu Braves bench.
Sazon. Yambing will slam it down. Was actually asking for the lob. This guy could really jump out of a building. Ito si Rinwil Yambing.
Nice little pocket pass delivered there by Ives Sazon. It's still a slam for Rinwil Yambing. One hand flush as he brought back ang kanyang cornrows for this game.
You don't want to see going as well. Tandaan natin, oh, what a move!
Grabe yun. And Mac Talio able to score.
In and out with the left hand and that right hand finish, leaving the defense on the dust. Mac Talio at his best, breaking down primary defenders.
Napako na sa 64 points. Rodel Gravera will slam it down with 2 hands.
He pretty much deserves that moment, itong si Rodel Gravera. He's just been a guy that they pull off the bench and always gives positive results. He never runs out of effort. It was a foot race with Mix Pascual, and Mix was not gonna challenge that. And Rodel Gravera, a very quiet, athletic guy.
At nauuna siya dito. Farito will slam it down with his left hand.
He is in a zone. Christian Pajarito has made this Voyagers team and this Cuneta Astrodome as his playground tonight, showing us everything that he can do on the floor. Left hand jam puts in that exclamation on the kind of game that Christian has played.
Missing the second. Davao, chance to win it. Escobino inside the pass. Escocio scores! 0.7 seconds remaining. Val City calls timeout. What a play there by the Davao Occidental Tigers.
Well, they quickly ran the other way and trying to attack, understanding the time that was left, that front end miss.
About a 4-second differential between shot and game clock.
That is enough time.
Roy Sumang attacks, pulling up. Money on a mid-range jumper.
They got time.
But still a 2-possession game. Hamon, a second remaining. And that's gonna do it. Zamboanga. How about Roy Sumang? Struggling all game long with his shot. Delivers the dagger for the Zamboanga Sikat.
The dagger against June Manso, no problem. Little step back, and that basket made just in time to give them the lead and eventually the game.
Basilan with 7 steals compared to 8 naman for Ilagan Isabela. Alex Cabagno drives baseline. Oh! Had that tough angle but had the wits in English to will that one through.
Oh boy, what an incredible shot make by the Crunchman. Santos was trying to keep in step with him all the way to the hoop. Took it to the other side with a much more difficult attempt. Was able to use that offhand to keep Santos from getting in front of him. But still, the magnitude of the difficulty of the shot.
He has post start para dito sa Sarangani.
Oh! One-handed throwdown right out of the gates from Simon Sandagon.
Simon Sandagon in his last 2-3 games has really sent out a statement that he is laser focused to try and bring a title for the Quezon Huskers this season.
That came out of nowhere. Simon Sandagon announcing his entry.
The Abra Solid North Weavers and the Davao Occidental Tigers in a 48-21 tussle here at halftime. This is the second game of our Thursday triple header. Javi Palanya joined by Andre Doremdes and Miss Gianna Lianes. Abra has been dominant from first to second here, Dre.
Yeah, definitely it's because of the defensive intensity that the Abra Weavers have been playing this whole first half. 10 turnovers here for the Davao Occidental Tigers, which resulted into a lot of fast break points for the Abra Weavers at 22-2.
Davao only scored 6 points in the first quarter, 15 in the second, while Abra managed to get 20 and 28 respectively. That's how dominant they have been, and they've done that because of their defense, as Andre mentioned. itong mga tira ni Janser Salubre, these have been far and few in the first 2 quarters, while baskets like this have been abundant for the Abra Weavers, getting out in transition and scoring, as you can see, 22-2 in terms of fast break points. So very important that the Davao Occidental Tigers get to some better handling of the basketball in the 3rd quarter, and also try and get some stops to try and stem the tide. That's easier said than done, of course, as Abra has been playing very sharp. 24 straight wins already. They're going for 25 straight here against the Tigers, and they're looking very good at it. Will Lee is in the game for the first time for Coach Yung Garcia. He starts off things here in the second half with Marvin Taiwan, Raven Gonzalez, David Defonso, and John Uduba.
Oh, what a reaction there from the bench of the Abra Weavers. They felt as if it was the last touch from a player from the Davao Occidental Tigers.
Ganyan sila ka-locked in. With the team that's up by 27 points, you would expect them to relax and go through the motions the entire game. But every possession, kine-question pa rin nila when it's not a good call. When they feel like it's not a good call, they're gonna try and make a case for it. And now they're gonna challenge this last out of bounds call. Clearly, they thought it was their basketball. It should have been Abra ball. But our referees deciding otherwise. And after the review, I think our referees have come up with a quick decision here.
Yeah, Javi, I think that's habits forming there for the Abra Weavers. There on every possession counts, as you mentioned. Kahit laki ng lamang nila.
The Abra's
every possession
challenge
talaga,
was
every challenge is
successful.
important.
And it's a successful challenge for Coach Yung Garcia. Even deciding on these kinds of challenges, I think sinasanay na rin ni Coach Yung sarili niya dito eh. Here you see Uduba, he was very clear to Coach Yung that it should have been Abra basketball, and successful nga yung naging challenge nila. That's why they keep possession here. Shot clock at 9. Ildefonso back to Taiwan on top. I9 leads the way together with Edge Serrano. Both of them have 10 points. Really getting on the board here for Abra. Possible 3-point play opportunity for Will Lee.
The smart there for Will Lee attacking that baseline, realizing the late rotation there, getting an end-one play for his first basket of the game.
This guy is a good definition of just staying ready, no?
Yeah.
Si Will Lee. Minsan nakakasabay ko sa mga workouts ko eh. Dahil sa Activate rin siya nag-workout. He really is working hard, you know, just making sure that he's ready for the minutes that's given to him.
Yeah, definitely. I've been watching a lot of the Abra games. Whenever pinapasok siya ni Coach Yung Garcia, talagang instant impact yan si Will Lee.
At yun naman na talaga ang dapat, no? When you're a player on a team like Abra and you're sitting at the end of the bench, pag pinasok ka, kailangan instant impact ka eh.
Very much. You have to realize every player, every teammate you have is very much capable as well as you. So when you're given the opportunity, you got to show out as well.
This guy needs no introduction. David Defonso getting it with a hand in his face.
Yeah, that's the 10th point there of our possible MVP in David Defonso.
I think he's going to run away with the award this season.
Yeah, pretty much a front runner for the award this year.
Escobedo,
Wow.
I think he managed to hit the face of Raven Gonzalez.
11 seconds on the shot clock.
So inadvertent lang naman yung naging tama. Nag-sorry naman din si Raymart. This is our 3-point shot at the game, brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. I think one part of Dave's game that a lot of the critics have been lamenting about was his outside shot, but I think he has proven everybody else wrong already with that one.
Yeah, he's been working out with better basketball, really focusing on working on that 3-point shot, and it's been working dividends. This whole season, he's been shooting very well from that 3-point arc, especially when he gets hot.
At maganda sa kanya, hindi lang siya catch and shoot shooter, you know. Sometimes I think he's doing better on the bounce.
Yeah, I also think that he's much of a better shooter off of that bounce, off of that ball screen. He can operate more comfortably off of that dribble.
Willie looking inside, instead goes back out to Dave. Again, two-man game with Raven Gonzalez. Pass outside to Taiwan. Terso was able to anticipate. There's a foul. No, it's a 3-second violation against Abra.
A good defense there by Terso, blocking that middle lane.
See here, nice pocket pass by David Defonso to Raven Gonzalez.
And I believe also that Raven Gonzalez is one of the best rollers in the league.
Oh yeah.
Sobrang simple lang ng laro nito ni Raven Gonzalez. Pagka short roll niya, floater, lahat easy baskets. Making good use of that length itong si Raven Gonzalez.
Such a skilled big man ito si Raven Gonzalez. So is Bawi Escoso. Scoring inside there for the Tigers. Pero malayo pang hinahabol nila dito, 26-55. Abra continuing their sharp form. Gonzalez this time from the elbow. One of the few times I've seen him take a conventional jumper.
Usually floater na talaga.
Oh, even from that range.
Yeah.
Uduba gets the steal. 4 other blue shirts already going down. Wow.
Wow, and you see the Davao Occ Tigers also still have 3 players down the court. Parang sila yung lamang ng malaki.
See all 5 guys from Abra already sprinting down.
Yeah,
23 seconds on the shot clock.
that's the right attitude if you're the Abra Weavers there.
I'm sure Mayor JB Bernos is happy with the form of his Weavers at this point, but I'm sure he's not yet satisfied.
That possession, masyadong malaki yung braso ni David Defonso doon, kaya tawagan siya ng offensive foul.
Telling referee Michael Kina, inaabangan mo kasi.
That's probably going to be a warning there.
Yeah, he'll get a warning for that for sure.
Warning on Abra, number 1, David Defonso. Or
There you go.
unsportsmanlike behavior.
Tapos announcing that warning. Referee Michael Kinay conveying that call to our table officials. 55-26 pa rin ang ating score dito.
Yeah, I want to see Comia take more shots here. He's only taking 7 shots so far.
Comia with a basketball against Raven Gonzalez. That rims out. He gets it back. Hang time off the glass. Wala pa rin. Ball is loose. Uduba picks it up. Taiwan crossover into the lane. That's a tough shot.
Wow.
Off the bounce. Uduba with the offensive rebound. Oh my goodness. It's so hard to get loose balls when you have that kind of activity going up against you.
13 seconds.
Yeah. Also credit Obdua there. That's his second offensive rebound of this game. He's really not giving up on any play here.
Defonso catches up on the basketball. Shot clock winding down. Taiwan now with it.
Ooh.
Shovel's a pass. Gonzalez could not handle it. A little behind on the feed. Escobedo trying to fish for a foul. Leans back. No whistle blown. Escoso couldn't put it back. Escobedo picks the pocket of Dave. Stretch layup. Wala.
Wow. What an attack there.
Taiwan. Dipsy Do gets the 2 points. No pity for Raymart Escobedo. He already elicited some oohs and ahs with that layup alone, but not finish on the shot.
A crazy extension of that jelly layup there by Escobedo.
Crazy extension indeed. 57-26. Terso beyond the arc. That 3-point shot has not been working, including a lot of other things. But good thing this one works for Harold Arboleda.
Good patience there by Arboleda, scoring his 5th point, using his bump and then opting to fake. They're getting David Defonso off his feet there, fishing for that foul. A good end-one play there by Arboleda.
Bonus free throw, Harold Arboleda.
Ione is back in the game. Arboleda at the line for the bonus. Let's go courtside to Ms. Diana Llanes.
Ibinahagi ni Coach Arvin Bonleon na itong laro ay isang oportunidad na mainsayo ng Davao ang kanilang conditioning. The past few games have been tough for them now, adjusting around players' injuries and some of their players previously absent preparing for the recent PBA draft. Kaya for the play-in games now, they need to figure out how to avoid losing players on their lineup. Anticipating facing either Cebu or Sarangani, alam nila na their play-in matchup will be very physical. And what better way daw to prepare them than facing the top team in the league? Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, G. Looking at the team standings right now, so Davao is at 11 and 16. So they still have they still have a game remaining right after this one. So they can finish with the score right now. They might drop down to 11-17 and they might finish at 12 and 17 to finish after their last game. So that's the best finish possible para sa kanila after this match. And I think after that, if they do win their last game, they will lock in that number 9 spot in the South.
Wow.
Oh, really contorting his body there for that shot.
Oh, what intensity from this Abra Weavers team. Everyone crashing the boards there.
They're not slowing down here, Dre.
Wow. Very impressed with the Abra Weavers today.
The only day off that Abra will have is when they win the championship. That seems to be clear right now. Salubre for 3. That's in and out. I've seen a lot of those kinds of misses from Davao in this game.
Definitely been struggling on the field here. This defense of Abra Weavers is too much for the Davao Occidental Tigers right now.
She said that Davao is trying to practice their conditioning here, but it really looks like Abra just ahead in a lot of the departments here, whether it be in the X's and O's or in the conditioning level. They're just stamping their class here against the Tigers. It doesn't even seem that the Tigers are trying half of the game. It's a 3-point shot, and Serrano once again able to get it from the outside.
And Serrano, one of the only players from the Abra Weavers that are shooting well from the 3-point arc. 2 of 3 right now in the 3-point area is Encho Serrano.
Telaso will try to get those 3 points back. Long rebound goes to Batino. Under 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter of our second game. Right after this, we have Batangas defending their home floor against the Mindoro Tamaraos. Importanting matchup rin yan in the South. And Mindoro could be a possible foe in the play-in for Davao.
A tough angle there by Batino.
That's an offensive foul. Marquis will be called for the second personal. Look at Serrano. Really looking very sharp from the outside this year.
Yeah, really worked on that 3-point shot. Encho Serrano, not really known for his 3-pointers. Having 2 today here for the Abra Weavers.
It's a timeout on the floor. 62-31 is the count. Meet our Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness.
Yes, John Lee Valin over there with his girlfriend.
Tatago pa. Oh, we got word earlier that Valin is injured, and that's why he's not suited up for this game. Davao's hoping that they could get him back in time for the play-in tournament. They need all hands on deck.
Yeah, definitely Valin, a very solid interior defender. standing, I think 6'6" to 6'7".
Yeah.
A good shot blocker as well. So definitely they need that size and athleticism from John Lee Valin.
Oh, look at Marky blocking the shot of Justin Alano.
Wow.
5 on the shot clock, 5 seconds to shoot.
Access denied there by Marky.
That's one of the cleanest blocks you'll ever see. All ball there by Marquis.
Great anticipation. He has the best defensive instincts.
Yes, I agree. And that's years of experience there too.
Jorel Gonzalez has been plucked from the Abra bench. He will come in at the next dead ball for Coach Young Garcia. Marky will try it from top of the circle, rattles it home for 3.
Back to back on Justin Alano there, blocking a shot the other side of the floor and then hitting a 3-pointer at the top of the key over Justin Alano.
Comia, you mentioned, Ray, he hasn't taken a lot of the shots that you expect him to take here in the second half. He's able to get a pass there to Harry Liagas. Serrano on attack mode. They are not putting their foot off the gas pedal here, talking about the Abra Weavers.
Yeah, it's bigger than this game. Obviously, with a 24 game win streak, you would think that a game like this, you want to not go that hard, try to rest your players, try to prepare them for the incoming playoffs. But no, Coach Young Garcia is still opting to take everything 100%, which is a good attitude if you want to be a real champion in this league.
Well, he's rested some players, including Jae Chu and Simon Camacho, but that's only because they're injured.
Yeah. Kung di pa siguro sila injured, siguro heavy minutes rin sila sa laro na to ngayon.
Leona Horda also not suited up for this game. 67-35, dominant showing as usual for Abra. Those 24 straight games that they've won, a lot of those games have been by huge margins. And you would expect that against teams in the bottom of the team standings. Pero marami rin dun natambakan nila mga teams at the top of both divisions.
Yeah, I mean the Abra Weavers, that's a result of playing every team the same way. If you're consistent enough to play any team the same way, regardless kung malakas na team mo o hindi, sanay na kayo sa anong style of play nyo, wala nang kailangan masyado i-adjust. Maybe that's why they're so consistent in having those large margins regardless of what team they play.
Dahil na-realize na rin siguro nila in that loss against Pasay. They lost that game by 10 points. They realized that, hey, talent is only going to get us so far. But if we want to go the full length, we're going to have to play to our full potential each and every game. And that's exactly what they've been doing for 24 straight games right now. Looking to go for their 25th straight victory in this one against Davao. We're looking clueless so far in this game. These are highlights of the game brought to you by SIP Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. It's practically all been Abra sa laro na to. Maybe some snippets here. Davao Occidental, you saw that. It was Maui Escocia there, able to get the score.
Yeah, Abra's been having their way on the offensive end. Not really much of resistance there from the Davao Occidental Tigers. They've been scoring at will.
At will, indeed, is the proper term. That's why this is the score at the end of 369-35. Balik tayo dito sa Batangas City Coliseum for our fourth quarter in this game between the Abra Weavers and the Davao Occidental Tigers, the second game of our Thursday triple header. For the scoring on your screens, Abra continuing to pummel the Tigers in this game. And I don't think it's going to be any different here in the fourth period.
Yeah, first possession, Abra gets a stop right away. So it's, if nothing changes, we're gonna see an easy win here for the Abra Weavers.
Serrano falls to the floor, play continues, and Markey picks it up and finishes with a reverse. 71-35. Serrano, Yi, Batino, Gonzalez, and Ayon are the 5 on the floor for the Weavers. And on the other side, you see Rancho Salubre, Pari Llagas, Josh Tagala, Raymart Escobedo, and Justin Alano. Escobedo to the corner. Salubre doesn't settle for the outside shot. Leaves that one short. There's a problem with our scoreboard on top. It's going to be an official's timeout for sure. Medyo nagloloko yung scoreboard natin sa taas, and we're going to take a short break to sort this out.
Beijing in-house maintenance. Players on the board, you may go back to your respective benches. We have a jump ball possession arrow points, the Abra Solid North Weavers. Official time 11 in the fourth quarter. 8 minutes and 50 seconds.
All right, that was quite the lull in trying to fix the scoreboard there, but we're good to go right now. The score is 71 to 35. Still in favor of Abra. Barely 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth quarter.
A very low scoring here from the Davao Occ Neto Tigers. 35 points as a team to start the fourth quarter.
They're going up against the best defensive team in the league.
Yeah.
Gonzalez, a spectacular game against Pasig City. Goes for the basket. Gets it back.
Wow.
David, down low to Austria. The kick out to Jorel. Gonzalez knocks it down from downtown.
There you go. He made that basket also made possible only by him crashing that offensive glass and relocating to that corner for the free three-point shot from si Gerald Gonzalez.
54 to 35. Gonzalez not seeing action at all in the first half.
First game foul.
And again was one of the guys who scored double figures for Abra against Pasig City. He had 12 points against Pasig sa kanilang huling laro. Ricky Peramingan is back in the game for Coach Arvin Bonleon. Shot goes up, no good. Alano inside after the quick pass from Pariagas. Mamadali dito si Josh David. Del Fabro is back in the game as well for Abra.
The Abra Weavers have kept this pace all game around despite being up for most of the game.
Yeah, it
the whole
doesn't
game.
matter who's on the floor for them.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone is playing like it's their last game.
Parang lahat may gusto papatunayan eh.
Yeah. It really shows that they really want to win this championship this season.
That of course still remains to be seen. There's still a lot that's going to happen. But if the playoffs did start now, then definitely, no doubt about it, they are the favorites to win it all.
Game foul, number 48, Justin Alano, his third foul.
Alano picks up his third foul. It's going to be 2 free throws for CJ Austria.
CJ Austria.
One of 3 former LaSalle Green Archers. Fresh off their stint in the UAAP, made their way to this squad this year.
Yeah, all 3 Green Archers, I would say, transitioned very well to the pro ranks. They've held their own in this league, especially with contributing a lot to the Abra Weavers this season.
Of course, the other 2 being Josh David and Raven Gonzalez, and they teamed up with the former collegiate rival in Jeo Chu, who was picked as the first overall in last PBA draft. He will suit up for Terra Firma after this season. Josh David, now it's his turn to get 2 points. Ito si Josh, before hindi naman talaga siya point guard, no?
Hindi, 2-3 si Josh dati. And a reason for that also is kasi nung high school kami, parang ganyan na rin yung height ni Josh David nun eh.
Okay.
Kaya parang...
Tapos di na siya tumangkad.
Parang di na siya kasi nung high school, parang medyo magkasing tangkad kami nun. Tapos ngayon, na-transform niya yung laro niya to a point guard.
This is our fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Palamig free installation for split-type air conditioners. When did that start, yung transition niya to becoming a point guard? Sa college na ba talaga?
Yeah, definitely sa DLSU.
Let's go courtside to Miss Diana Lianes.
Yes, this one is about Jan Salubre, born in Davao and growing up in Cebu. Kwento niya na there is really nothing like the slow and peaceful life in the province. Kaya yun din ang ini-enjoy niya during their days off living here in Manila. He likes to hit the gym daw in his free time by himself, in his words, dahil alam ko na marami pa akong kakaining bigas. A proud Bisaya, Jan admits na being homesick does affect him sometimes. Pero malaking tulong daw ang kanyang Kuya Harold at Kuya Joseph Terxo in making him feel he has a family within the team. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Gianna. Jancho Salubre, one of the young guns for Coach Arvin Bonleon this season. he has been making waves as well individually. Sila ni Raymart Escobedo have been the 1-2 punch for the Tigers this year. Salubre was part of the University of Mindanao Digos College in Davao and has played in different leagues in the Visayas and Mindanao. This is his first team here in the MPBL at the Davao Occidental Tigers. So he is a homegrown for this franchise. And I'm sure the development for Salubre will be even better in the coming seasons.
Yeah.
As we see him get more responsibility from the Davao Occidental Tigers.
Yeah, definitely. Salubre in his first season, but already playing like this. Expect to see a lot more in the coming seasons from John Salubre, who's already had 10 points in this game.
Salubre is averaging 9.4 points per game this season. I'm pretty optimistic that next year it will be maybe around 12 to 15 points.
Yeah, definitely.
This 3-point shot of the game is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. That's Robert Gonzalez getting his stride from downtown.
Yeah, it's the second three of the game, making the most out of the opportunity that's given to him by Coach Young.
Another 3-point shot. This time it's from Joaquin Garcia for Abra.
Yeah, that's the first points of the game for Garcia there.
9 3-point shots in the game for Abra. Coach Young Garcia, despite the made shot by his son, still stoic on the bench. 9 out of 22 for the Weavers in this game. Davao only 1 out of 12. That's only the second 3-point shot for the Tigers in this game. Still have 4 minutes to go here. All but the final score. Gonzalez gets it to Fabro, almost a turnover. Lee, between the legs, crossover.
Wow.
Put it loose, Tagala.
Showing his skills over there.
Oh, Will.
Wow.
Lee.
Yes, displaying the bag there over Josh Tagala. What a move.
And they get a steal this time. It's
This
CJ
might be a
Austria.
dunk. This might be a dunk.
Oh, he goes simple there.
Yeah, CJ Austria, very capable of slamming that basketball.
Alano turns it over again. The Tigers just look hapless and lost here. While the Weavers, it's been the complete opposite. They have been so sharp. Look at that. Joaquin Garcia joining in on the party. That's 3-pointer number 2 for him.
Much to the delight of the bench. The second three there by Garcia.
Ayan, napangiti na si Coach Young Garcia. Tagala on the left side. Right after this, we have Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters facing the Mindoro Tamaras. That's going to be an important game for both teams. This is our Gixer Great Olympic game, born for greatness. Look at that. Crossover a la Allen Iverson.
Yeah, good thing you mentioned that. Having Allen Iverson, right to left crossover, left to right crossover. Grabe, what a nice move there by Will Lee.
Romingan scoring inside there. More chances for the guys at the end of the bench for the Weavers. They have 2 minutes and 45 to try and take advantage of. Garcia to the corner. Lee sees Austria flashing. He's playing the 4th spot here with Rodel Fabro at the 5. Lee, drop off. Austria outside to Fabro. They need to shoot it. Overpassing there for Abra. A rare case of overpassing for the Weavers.
Masyadong naging selfless yung Abra Weavers doon. They really want every player here to get a touch of that basketball.
Bihira mo makita yung galing sa kanila.
Yeah.
Kaya napatawa nilang doon si Coach Young Garcia. One of the few moments you'll actually need to see him laugh off a mistake. We'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Pero Mingan, directing traffic here for the Tigers. Tagala will launch. Wala pa rin. Only 2 3-point makes for Davao in this game. Lee hops into the middle. That's a travel.
Yeah. A good call there by the referees. He landed on that same pivot foot there.
They've been very strict with that. They've been very consistent calling that this season.
Dati pwede kasi yun eh.
Oh,
Kaya nung rule change, syempre hirap pa rin mag-adjust yung mga players na kinasanayan na nila na ganun yung galaw. Kaya ang daming natatawagan na ng traveling na ganun eh.
that seems to be the focus of a lot of skilled coaches nowadays. No?
Yeah. Trying to change that habit. When you're doing a hop step, you should land on that opposite foot.
Kasi talaga for the longest time, yun na talaga yung kinasanayan ng maraming players. Eh.
Oo, lalo na nung pinasikat pa ni Richie Rivero.
Yes.
Yung Pinoy step na yun.
Salubre able to draw the foul there.
Foul number 11, Joaquin Garcia, his third foul. That is the 14th foul.
Joaquin Garcia will be called for another personal. A minute and 30 na lang natitira dito sa laro na to. Abra trying to get to 100. A minute and 30 is the time left on the clock. This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
That's the 15th pointer by John Salubre. There are only 2 players from the Davao Occidental Tigers are up to double digits, and that's John Salubre with 15 and Justin Alano with 10. Other players not really contributing offense-wise.
And that's surprising considering they got 6 players to score in double figures against Manila. Obviously, so much different itong Abra at saka Manila. But that could have been something that they would have wanted for this game, talking about the Tigers.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely needed this win here to solidify their spot in the play-ins.
So now they're going to have to win their final game. The remaining game will be against Quezon City. That's going to be on September 29th, while Abra will be facing the Tamaraos on September 30th. Both going to happen next week. Gonzalez picking the pocket of Salubre, and he goes hard to the rack. It's going to be 2 free throws for Jorel Gonzalez.
Pushing well, number 30, John Salubre's first.
Kahit 26 seconds lang natitira, makita mo pa rin yung defensive intensity, lalo kay Joel Gonzalez there.
Hindi nagbabago. Tsaka yung mga itsura sa mga mukha ng mga players, wala eh.
Walang satisfaction.
Wala.
Talagang sobrang
They're
locked
not
in.
trying to relax. Not one bit.
Yeah, they're very locked in right now. Really, this game was really for them to prepare for the playoffs, and it's showing. Kahit at the end of the clock, at up this big, grabe pa rin yung defensive intensity.
I love this culture that the Abra has been starting this season. This should be a model for every other team, especially the new ones that are trying to enter itong ating liga. Ito dapat ang kultura ng isang professional basketball team dito sa MPBL.
Yeah, definitely.
With respect to the other squads, this is how you should play game in and game out. Kudos to the Abra Weavers for winning their 25th straight game and redefining what it is to be a pro basketball team here in the MPBL. At 92-56 victory, another solid team victory para sa Weavers, Andre.
Yeah, the story of this game is the transition. Both defensive and offensive transition. The Abra Weavers really putting that defensive intensity there, and especially on the offensive end, especially with this guy, Encho Serrano, has been hitting a lot of free jumpers as well, and not just that, but dishing out 3 assists, looking for open teammates, not forcing any scoring situation.
15 points to lead the way here for the Weavers. A lot of those coming in the second quarter. He had 10 in the second quarter alone, and then only 5 points in the second half. They didn't really have to produce much anymore because of the big lead that they were able to establish early on against the Davao Occidental Tigers. Let's go courtside to Ms. Diana Llanes.
Congratulations to our best player of the game, Encho Serrano of the Abra Weavers. He had 15 points, Encho. Sabi nga ng ating panel, parang ang only rest day nyo ay pagkatapos na manalo kayo ng championship. Kaya bakit mahalaga pa rin para sa inyo na masustain itong intensity nga na i-push pa rin ang inyong sarili kahit patapos ng elimination?
Siguro kailangan lang namin yung momentum. Papunta kami sa playoffs, hindi kami kailangan magpabaya talaga. And yun nga, lagi ko sinasabi sa mga interview ko na wala naman kaming kinikilala na kalaban. Mahina o malakas talagang one page lang talaga kami. Yun lang talaga yung nilalaro namin.
Now, the Abra Weavers will be playing their last game of the eliminations on September 30 kontra Mindoro. Sabi mo nga, you guys want to end on a high note. Kaya ano ang gagawin nyo sa laro na yun?
Siguro yun, same lang sa lahat ng games na linaro namin. Siguro i-start namin sa practice kasi yun nga, yun yung maganda sa amin kasi talagang yung one team talaga kami. Kung ano yung gawin ng isa, gagawin ng lahat. So yun, talaga yung kinakalabasan ng mga games namin ngayon.
Okay, Encho, I know na maraming sumusuporta sa inyo, na proud sa inyo. Sino ang gusto mo pasalamatan?
Siyempre, unang-una nagpapasalamat ako sa Panginoon sa binigay niyang panalo sa amin and kay Sir Rudy Tan sa Burlington and kay Pastor, kay Pastor Ferdinand, shoutout sa iyo Pastor, and sa family ko, kay Maylin, sa papa ko, sa mama ko, sa lola ko, Agnes, and sa ate ko, kay Mariel, and sa mga pamangkin ko, kay Brian and Brent, and siyempre yung mga tropa ko, si JR, and si JC, and yung girlfriend ko, siyempre, shoutout sa iyo, Zea, yun lang.
Thank you very much and congratulations to our best player of the game, Encho Serrano of the Abra Weavers. Back to you, Javi and Andre.
Maraming salamat, G. Congratulations to Encho and the Abra Weavers for winning their 25th straight game. Up next, we have the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters defending their home floor against the Mindoro Tamaraos. Keep it locked in here, mga kaliga, on the Marika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.